What's going on, dreamers? This is your boy Gerald, aka G. First of all, want to say Happy New Year, and I hope everything is going as planned in the new year, and God is doing favors in your life. I want to give you a little update on Dreams R Us outdoor recreation and all the trials and tribulations and obstacles that I was able to overcome. First of all, I want to give you a little bit of a background on what was going on with the property. So I purchased the property back in like 2021, around that time. In 2022, went to the property and just kind of scoped some things out. Had a meet up with the neighbor in the back, adjoining property. Older guy, about 82 years old. Met him, he seemed to be cool. So I was trying to give him like my visual of what I was trying to do with the property. I was building a trail and things like that, nature trail for the ATVs. He stressed that, oh, by you removing trees or you're doing this and doing that, that's gonna affect me in my hunting and so forth and so forth. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. First of all, this is my property, so I'm not feeling you right now. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm just hold on, let me get a sip of this. Also, it's not sponsored by Starbucks. I just was a good boy and wifey treated me. So, BOGO today, Saturdays and Sundays. All right, so anyway, back to the story. So, I'm telling him that, hey, this is my property. And he's going back and saying, no, this is my property line. Your property ends here, here, whatever. And I'm showing him a a picture on my phone that the property line where mine's end and his begin, or whatever. And he's basically like, no, I bought this from XYZ person back in 19 such and such and such. I said, okay, I understand that, sir. I said, but you fail to realize that I have a property survey which was done back in 2004. And he was contesting that or whatever the case is, because I guess he's saying that the company that did the survey wasn't a reputable company, or they was known for some shady stuff. But that didn't happen till later on in time. I mean, I had my survey done in 2004, and I guess they was operating without a license around 2015, whatever. Okay, anyway, so no matter what I did to show him and give him proof that my property did not stop where he thought it stopped. Now, he already cleared trees, and he, extended the water hole for the deer and the turkey to come there so he can, bust a hole in them. He had a green shack in the woods, and, back in those days, they didn't care about property lines and so forth. So they just took out trees and did whatever they wanted to do. And there was nobody actually living around him in the vicinity. So he just basically did whatever he wanted to do. Um, so, like, even he had a trail on his property that extended into another person's property. And I'm just pointing it out to him. I'm showing him the satellite maps. I'm showing him the GIS maps, the everything I'm trying to show. But he's not understanding. He's looking at him like, oh, well, I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not a computer guy, whatever, whatever, whatever. So, long story short, we went back and forth. And he says, well, I don't know if I have a survey. I don't remember having a survey or so forth. And, I'm like, okay, well, we can go down to the county if you want to get another survey or whatever. Hey, I'll go, halfsies with you. So another day, like another week or two go by, I go to the property, check out things. Now, he has his whole family down there, and they're putting up no trespass signs and private property signs on my property, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, you're doing this prematurely. You don't even know if this is your property or not, or mine. I say, I'm telling you it's mine, but now you're out here putting, poles and sticks and all that crap, right? So I'm not, going to get into a confrontation with them or whatever. And, I spoke to the daughter, and she was, a little, agitated at first or whatever. And then I'm just like, but look, I offered to go in half with you on the price of getting a survey. And it was like, well, I've already called the survey people, so forth and so forth. And, they're going to come out on whatever day. I said, okay, fine. And just let me know. We exchanged numbers. And needless to say, that never happened. Okay. She never called me, whatever. So I ended up calling to set up a survey and pay for it because I think that was the best thing to do because the survey from 2004 is questionable. Let me get a brand new survey to make sure because going back a little bit, by him removing the trees and clearing that land. Now, this is we're talking about an acre. This is about an acre's worth of property that he's trying to take from me. Now, I was supposed to have 8.3 acres, and where he's saying my property line would only give me like 7 acres or like a little over 7 acres. Now, the property pins or the corner markers were removed on the property that he state that is his. And I really couldn't prove where they were. So I had, a surveyor come out and they tried to find the markers. They could not find the markers. And they said, well, it was probably dug up. So that's why I ended up having to do a full blown survey again, which, cost me a couple $1,000s. But I felt as though for my sanity that it was worth it. Now, the company that I called, which is Linear Survey, it's funny that she already called them and they told her, when they looked up everything, it was like, ma'am, no, I don't think that this is your property and so forth. So basically, they already told her that I don't think that this is yours, So she never called me back, and they didn't take the signs down; they left them up. So I said, okay, fine, I will hire that company to come out and do a complete survey, which they did. And they did find that my property extended in the area that they thought was their property. Okay. And they put new pins, they put new markers and so forth. And I later on expressed to them that, okay, here I had a brand new survey done. I showed them and said, I'm going to log this with the county. And, needless to say, the next week they took down part of their signs, and the older man, he even ripped out the his shed. He took out his shed. I guess he figured that, well, I can't hunt anymore. I can't, shoot deer in that direction, which I don't want him shooting deer in that direction anyway, or anything, or turkey, because I'm going to be riding my ATVs on the nature trail. So that is definitely hazardous and, I mean, life threatening for real. As you watch this new video, you'll see where the property lines is and then the steps that I had to take. So I'm just, trying to share with you the journey that I had to take in order to secure my property. I mean, I paid for it. I'm paying taxes on it. This is my property. So I'm not trying to have somebody else to strong arm me and basically like, oh, this is my property because I've been here since 1940. I mean, I don't care. It is what it is. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and roll with the footage now because I'm getting long-winded. So, but please, you can follow my journey at on all platforms: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Of course, I'm gonna start attaching my brand, my logo, on all of my videos. Okay, Dreams Are Us. So, thank you for watching. Markers are found where you see the red dots, but my property extends beyond that. And those are where the stakes were already removed. This is when the survey company found traverse nails along the path. They said a corner marker should be 195 feet from this line. This is the new survey showing all the correct property corners. So this is the field here that's open. I want to build up the bank here. That way when the wintertime come and the water flow, it wants to go on the lowest point and travel through the property. So I'm going to use a dozer to build up this bankment here, clear some of the weeds out. That's the little watering hole. I don't know how deep that is, but you can tell everything drinks from there. You can see all the deer hooves and going around. Go ahead and walk in there. Go ahead and walk in there. My corner marker is literally aligned with his green shed. They were feeding corn and apples. But yeah, this would be nice right here to have this deep, go kayaking in this area. But since everybody uses it, I don't think that'll be wise. I'll make enemies that way. This clip is after the new survey was done. Note the corner marker. And there's the green shed still. It wasn't ripped down until weeks later. Look how nice and open this area is. I can see why he was trying to keep this. I was also worried about eminent domain, but after researching it, found out that he didn't have any claim. I kind of jumped the gun with the previous clip, but I didn't want to wait to the end to show you that awesome area. That was the surveyor doing what he does best. I'll speed up the frames so you can see him at work. Oh, the man's family put this up, and I took it down later. The front property corners also had to be relocated. From this pin to one side of the driveway was 109 feet. Then to the other side of the driveway was 132 feet. Then I took the measurement all the way down beyond the utility pole to that tractor trailer. Plus or minus 300 feet is exactly what's on my survey plat, from the old one and the new one. Oh yeah, check out this water view. It's actually across the street and down the road. I'm sure the crabs and the fish is on beast mode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, mucho gracias.